Ladies and gentlemen, in this RedGamingTech.com video, I, Crimson Rain, will be taking a look at Sine Mora, which is available on Gamers Gate for about £8. It's published by Calypso and developed by Digital Reality Software. It's a really nice side-scrolling game, which really reminds me of the old titles like Radiant Silvergun. So anyway, without further ado, let's just jump right in. Now, having had a really quick blast in arcade mode of this game, I can tell you that it really reminds me of titles like Radiant Silvergun, and back in my day, Sol Feace, or Deece as it was also known, for the Genesis and Mega CD, or Sega CD if you're in the United States. Anywho, first thing I'm going to do is take a look at the options. There's how to play, and you can see the game system is over there. So you can read that if you so desire. I'm not going to do so. Actually, as a thought, I didn't think I allowed the game to actually go through my firewall yet. So if that pops up, I will be upset. Anyway, I'm going to be using controller for this because I just think these games are a little bit better on the controller. I did have a brief play. You can indeed play it on mouse, where everything basically is on the mouse. You can move the mouse. And you can also do the keyboard, or you could do a combination of both, I assume. I'm going to be using the controller, however, just because that's my personal choice, and it just makes things easier when recording in this particular position, so why the hell not? So, anyway, settings. The game falls down a little bit on a few bits and pieces. There's no resolution options. Not particularly a massive deal, but, you know, would have been nice. As for graphics options, I'm not going to slide just in case it messes up the recording, but there is normal, high, and ultra, or in other words, low, medium, high. There is no low setting, it just basically goes down as low as medium on my system anyway. So you can see all the options there. They're somewhat lacking, but I don't have a problem with that per se. In terms of play mode, play game should I say, there's a few options. Score attack for experienced players. I'll quick go in, but I won't go in all the way, if you will. You can see that you could choose a variety of different planes. And let's just go with that one, for example. And you can see that you've got a variety of pilots. However, this dude, Argus Pitil, or whatever his name is one option. And then you can choose different time capsules or whatever you would like. Let's just go with reflection for a moment, and then you can choose different stages and so forth. But I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to instead go with story mode, just for you guys who do actually want to play the story, and I imagine there will be quite a few of you. You can also go to stage select, and as you can see, they're all greyed out. And I'm going to start a new game, and there is a couple of options, and a couple is the right word. These games are notoriously difficult, so I haven't played one of these in a while, actually. Last one I played was, I can't actually remember the name of it, it was a while ago, on this very channel, and it was pretty damn good. Anyway, when you're born with the ability to travel with return, the first thing you must do is learn Japanese, apparently.
Mivel azonban te is halandó vagy, alaposan meg kell fontolnod, mikor és hol teszed, amit.
Hold LB to fast forward. Very nice art style. I'm gonna skip this. I know some of you guys might want to see it. Actually, I'll probably just fast forward it just for the moment. So you guys can see it. Alright, there we go. We're right in there, as they would say. Move is this. You see the plane moves fairly simply. And you shoot by simply go pew 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 pew. It's kind of an interesting combination of 2D, 3D. Now, these games are notorious for one particular reason. They don't really allow you to take much damage typically. Radiant Silvergun, which was on, I believe, the Dreamcast only. Someone will probably correct me on that in the comments. But basically, it allowed you to survive pretty much anything as long as you modulated the shield in the right frequency. So, for example, if a the red bullet would come towards you, you have to modulate your shield in the right direction. Wow, that's pretty cool. I don't think he appreciated that. Let's have another one of those seeking missiles, just cause. Die! There we go. Oh, dude, pack up those that scatter the floating fortresses around a little bit. Okay, so that's fairly simple. Oh dear. Right, select route for novice pilots. I think that's probably better for me. So it does allow you to choose different things. I'm going to do this combination of skip and play the cutscenes. Since they're not in English, I imagine many of the people who watch this would be English anyway, so I don't really think you're going to care about the voice acting too much. RT would be time capsule. Ow. Imagine some of the really skilled players among you could probably do this without actually using the slow time. However, I'm not going to even attempt that. There we go. Something got blowed up, which is not ideal, at least for the person that got blowed up. The person doing the blowing up, I imagine it's pretty damn fantastic. Pick up the floating power-up tokens. That's a pretty standard thing, game. I would thank you to let me do such a thing. Okay, right, let's get that. Another one, score bonus, sub-weapon. Time, additional time, but. You are able to upgrade your primary weapon in 9 steps. Primary weapon upgrades are permanent. However, if you get hit, your upgrade tokens will fly out of your airplane and will be limited to a few seconds to recollect them before they disappear into the void. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah. I quite like the style of the graphics at the moment. It's quite pretty, to say the least. See, games don't have to, as I've said before in previous looks at games, you don't have to always be like, the new Unreal Tournament engine or Crisis 15 to look amazing. Which is very good, of course, for... Oh dear. That's probably a bad thing. You don't always have to look amazing, you can be aesthetically pleasing. Although this game does work really well. As well. That makes sense. The fourth unity, 3 bombs gone. Okay, we don't care. If you guys really are interested in the story, you can look at it. I don't think many of you are. I'm just playing the story because it will be a gradual increase in difficulty and allow us to see a variety of stages rather than me doing it in time attack mode or whatever and kind of spoiling it for those of you who are interested in the storyline. Good luck. Right. Give me that. There we go. The soul is mine. It's always satisfying to pretty much destroy everything in your path. So far, the difficulty is not too bad. Wow, the graphics are actually really nice. Music's not too shabby either. For some reason, it's not exactly pulse pounding, but it works, is what it comes down to. There we go. Not particularly a need for me to have used that, but, you know, I've got plenty of it. Would rather not die horribly. I must say, I don't know if you guys ever played Sol Feace or Deece. I believe it was dependent on the time and place of the world with the name. But anyway, on the Sega CD slash Mega CD, for some reason I can't speak properly today, it had some really nice... Oh, jeez, that ain't good. I'm a firing my laser, apparently. Right. Oh, I see. Huh. Time. Stabilized. Oh, yeah. It's really cool, actually, with the use of 2D and 3D together. I'm actually really enjoying this game, I must say. It's also kind of cool as well that you've also got a combination of air and ground units, which most games don't do in this genre. Not that there are many of these games, at least that I've played recently. And this is a fun one. It looks like something out of the Matrix, doesn't it? Oh dear. Alright. I don't like things with tentacles as a general rule. Oh no, I don't like things with tentacles at all. You know, I'm trying to shoot that thing on top of your back, and you really won't let me do that, will you? Yeah, I've got a laser, my friend. Right, let's try and take this thing out as quickly as possible. That wasn't so bad. So far, I'm not finding this too tricky. I highly doubt it's my skills from like 10, 15 years ago or whatever when I was playing these games coming through. So, well, it's a lot longer than 10 years ago for the Mega Drive, but I've played some Radiant Silvergun and some other bits and pieces. Ooh! Crap, I didn't notice the mine, to be honest. I was just like, tra-la-la-la-la, and walked straight into it. Oh dear. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. I pretty much am taking a route which, well, brings as many of them as possible towards me. That wasn't exactly the most ideal. I've also never seen a plane that can fly underwater. Well, I suppose it's technically almost like a submarine at this point, but still. Very cool. I'm really liking this title. I will say that playing with keyboard and mouse, oh dear. No! I died. I was thinking I'd be able to complete the game without dying. Well, not complete, but at least this video. No! Oh, at least that's not so bad. There are a lot of those. I'm not quite sure how... Ah! Bollocks! Well... Not exactly forgiving, is it? Oh dear. Oh dearie, dearie me. Ow, 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 ow. Give me that. Alright, let's try to move away. Oh, there we go. Thank goodness. Right. Let's this time try not to get bitch-licked right into the side, because that's never a good way to spend your day. Right. Okay. Don't know if you guys have ever seen The Descent. For some reason this section, although it has absolutely nothing to do with this other than the part that it's a somewhat underwatery cave, reminds me of it. I really like that film, actually. I think they made like one sequel. Oh dear. Ow. There's also quite a good amount of animation as well on the enemies, which is very cool. Okay, that one's gone. Easy meal, does that not look particularly pleasant to enter? It doesn't exactly say welcome home, does it, on the side? Okay. Definitely going to keep collecting pretty much everything I can. I see that up there. Ow. Quite nice physics, actually. You really do feel like you're underwater. And I like that as well. I'm not quite sure the physics are accurate with underwaterness. It certainly stops on a dime, considering you are underwater, but I think if there was... oh dear. I think if there was consistent motion with you floating forward afterwards, I think it would just become frustrating. Oh, no. I'm going to slow down time. I want to laser that thing. Okay. Really cool. I'm liking it. Or does that not look good? Okay, so we have laser gates, which are not exactly a welcoming sight to anyone. Well, other than the person who created the laser gates. I have to admit, I was almost expectant to get smacked one, man. Ah! Excellent. You can see this game is really a score attackers. Ooh, that looks very cool. I'm really liking the design, actually, of some of these sections. Okay. Ah. You know, I'm just going to quickly check something under options. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything about the English settings. Ow. Ah. Excellent. Ow. Ah. There's always another gun on these things. There's always another one. Alright, let's just try to slowly make my way down. I can't help but feel they're not really playing with the whole fair thing. Let's try to blow that one up. Oh dear. Almost got smacked on the noggin. That one's almost gone. Oh, okay. Apparently he likes to regenerate. Okay. Let's see what happens now. From rolling onto his back, he's now on his side thing. Oh dear. Okay, they're seeking missiles. I don't like things that seek me. Okay. I would really suck to die on this boss since the boss fights are so long. The game, of course, follows the traditional. I like to have one section that's extremely exposed to let me murder it. Oh, that ain't good. I don't know what they are, but I have a feeling they're not exactly power-ups. Ow! Okay, there's a lot of turbulence. They're trying to blow me off the proverbial course. Ow, ow, ow. I know I'm just holding on a fire button as I move, but hey, it's not exactly with ammo limit, so... Wow! Dear. Got it. Whew. That was a bit of a close one. I didn't know if I was going to survive that one. Yeah.
Remélem, hogy az informátorom helyesen lokalizált meg, nincs kedvem ártatlan embereket. Ha vannak egyáltalán...
What about if you really want to?
Az ördög segjukában.
So deep in the devil's ass. Interesting. I can do something now?
Duplán fizetekbe szar.
Half expected a few dead bodies to start, floating out. I think I'll give it one more level would be a good place, I think, to call the video. Maybe one more little section. I think you guys have got an idea by now. I'll just show you guys one more area. Oh, 80%, 90%, I'm sorry, hit ratio. That's actually better than what I thought. Ah, so you can actually select bosses for training. Interesting. Bosses and other goodies. Alright. There's a lot of water in this game. You can see actually on a very good side note, just how excellent this looks. I mean, you know, a few generations, or even half a generation ago, this would have looked very impressive even as a main title. So what about bad points? Well, I think I have a somewhat mixed feeling about the cutscenes. There are a lot of them in between, and I understand the game's trying to tell you a story, but for the story mode, I think they kind of almost too many of them. They slow down the game just a little bit. I don't think it's kind of to the point where it annoys me. That was a bit of a fail considering I used my slowdown. But I think it's just a bit annoying. However, the actual gameplay itself is actually really nice. It's not as hard actually as I expected, but then I haven't got it nowhere near the hardest setting. So what I might do in a moment is actually put it onto a harder difficulty setting actually, and just have a quick check of it and see how I progress. So I'll just play a little bit more on this, and then before I call the video, I will put it onto a harder settings for those of you who are crying foul and want to see on things on a more trickier setting. So yeah, we'll see how well I do then. Alright, we've got a mega battleship skiller. I think that's how you pronounce it. If not, sorry. Okay, I have all the lasers. Okay, he didn't really last long to my lasery destruction. Ah! Didn't actually realise there was another one. That's not good. You know what this thing reminds me of? I don't know if you guys, well, oh bollocks. Ever saw the old 90s, I believe, 90s TV show, Captain Planet for kids? Oh shit. Really reminds me of that. You know, the walking oil slick that the main bad guy used to use? I can't even have a slight clue of what the hell his name was, on the other hand. Okay. So far, they're actually getting ravaged. I feel like I'm the boss and they're my bitch, but never mind. Okay. No need to worry. I don't know how I feel about not being able to shoot his missiles out the air. I think it would add just a little bit of extra skill to the game. On the other hand, it might also make things a little bit easy as well. I think it would depend. I think it would be trickier to implement it and make it a more difficult thing. Right, I'm going to quickly just lasers thing to oblivion. Apparently, oh, I was going to say, am I immortal? Apparently not. Okay, that's one drill done. Okay. In most games, if a plane was to descend into the water, it would be a very bad thing. On this game, no, it's cool. Whirling death! That's never a bad thing. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit to the main menu. And from the main menu, I am going to go to... Okay, we've got loads of stuff unlocked. Okay, not loads, but one or two little bits anyway. And I'm going to put it in arcade. There's a boss training mode. That's kind of cool that that unlocked. Let's see. hitbox, you can see the difference. Actually, that's kind of cool. Alright, I'm gonna see. Oh, that's kind of cool. Probably gonna go with that one actually. We got any other pilots? Oh, we got this dude. Seeker missiles and Punk Spirit, I'm sorry, not Punt. I'm going to keep the Seeker missiles. Speed up, roll back. That's pretty cool. Activate special hits. Most bullets with projectile types. I'm going to go with Reflection. And I'm going to go with, that, just because. Yeah, why the hell not? Okay, I'm going to put this on hard, and then I'll try it on insane. Just to give you guys an idea of what the differences are. For those of you who are very old school. So obviously the game starts out slow, basically about half the frame rate. Right. So far, not too tricky, although there are more enemies and more bullets. Oh, that's very cool. Right, I'm just testing out my little bits and pieces. I have a feeling you really want to save that rollback. Right. Right. I will destroy you all! Actually, speaking of destroy you all... Oh, okay. If you undestroy something... Ah, bollock. Oh, no, wait. Rewind, baby. I said rewind, not get hit with the same thing again. That was... Ah! What the hell is destroying me? Seriously. I have no idea what the hell destroyed me, but never mind. Alright, and now I'm going to quickly go back to main menu after that awful fail. And I'm going to put it onto a different level, and I'm going to put it onto the highest difficulty setting. Not that that really is probably necessary for me, but still. I'm going to go back to this plane, and I'll probably keep to... Let's go with Punk Spirit. Reflection. Sure, why not? Insane. Okay, you can see the difference instantly. Their firing patterns are wow. This is only the first moment as well. Shield. Excellent. Also the time is a lot more stringent. You don't really want to use that reflection too much either. Wow, okay. A lot more tricky. I'll give it one more shot. And then I'm going to wrap up. Okay, you really want to take out as many enemies as possible on this one because the time limit is so strict. And when time limits are strict, you need to basically get your ass in gear. Okay. Right, now I'm actually used to the firing patterns just a little bit. My eyes kind of recognising them. Ow. Ow. Wow. Okay, maybe I didn't recognise them. Okay, I'm going to press B and I'm going to cancel out of it. And I'm going to give you my thoughts. Actually a really nice game. I have a few issues with it. Mostly in story mode, I feel that the cutscenes can be a little bit irritating because I feel that they are kind of almost interspliced with areas you just want to get into. On the other hand, they are put together really well, so you almost don't mind, and to be honest, they also give a kind of a nice break from the 2D to 3D. In terms of the overall aesthetics, I really like it. The animations look nice, colourful, vibrant, and you can't accuse this game of being ugly. It's also interesting to see the game basically simultaneously move from the air straight into the sea. There are no underwater physics per se. In other words, you don't say float forwards. If you've pressed forwards, if you stop moving forwards and then you press back, you'll instantly start moving back. There is no inertia. So that's not exactly realistic, but come on now. It's a biplane that travels through time and has cats and goodness knows what else, smoking and firing lasers. So I don't really think we're going for realism here. On the other hand, it is fun. It's definitely a callback to the old style of games. It's not flawless. It has a few issues. I don't think this game is particularly going to be amazing if you're using keyboard and or mouse. My personal opinion, I did have a quick go on that off camera. Personally, I didn't really get on with it that well. Maybe you guys would be different. I personally didn't like it. Maybe if you adjusted the mouse sensitivity, that kind of thing, and you really practiced, you'd be okay. But I personally think this just works a lot easier with controller, and I imagine most of you have a 360 pad by now for platformers and so on. So yeah, I think it's a good game. I don't think it's flawless, but it's fun, and you know what? I've played a lot worse. And for those of you who are interested in the old style of pew pew pew, it's definitely not too awful. So anyway, recommended from me, and if you want to check it out, I would recommend doing so. So anyway, if you can do the normal, rate the video and comment if you would like any other games covered, and I will endeavour to do my best to do so. And I will see you guys around at some point very soon, I'd hope. Bye for now.